today we are going to be learning how to draft out this simple flay dress, and trust me, it's going to be beginner friendly and it's going to be very amazing for you to learn this. So let's get to detail. This is going to actually be a board illustration, so learn with me. So this is going to be the line, and let me use that. This is going to be my pattern example. So this, let's say this is going, so this is going to actually be the front. All right. So as we all know, let me say this is going to be the shoulder line, and you know how it is when drafting our shoulder line. It has to be slanted. It has to be slanted. Okay. So I'm going to like carve out my armhole. I'm going to carve it out. You know, this dress is a free dress. So the moment you have taken your measurement, so let me say, let me just use my free hand to get it. Let me say this is my bust measurements. This is my bust line. This is going to be my waistline. And yeah, this is going to be the last side. Is going to be my full length. It doesn't have full length. Let me just use FL to present it. Yes. So these are basic diagrams you need to be aware about when you draft something like this. So it depends on you. If you actually want the play to start from the to the bust side, fine. If you want it to start from the under bust side, you can trace it, let it be fitted to the waistline, then you connect it. Or but this one you're actually going to learn is going to be the one that is getting the play directly from the bust side. So it's going to have a play directly from the ball side to the waist to the full length. Yeah. Don't forget, this is the full length of the box. So once you're getting the full length, you need to add sewing allowance because there was a huge sewing allowance. So you can use like 2 inches. You can add 2 inches down for the hem, for the sewing allowance. That is for the hemline. That is the one that is going to be folded, so you can add it together with your dress. So this is going to be the front of the dress, and trust me, it's going to definitely have it's a U neckline. Yeah. So with this, you can just draft it out. So what if your shoulder measurement? If your shoulder measurement is 16, that means you say 16 divided by 2, you are getting 8. So that means your shoulder measurement is going to be 8. Once you draft out the 8, you slant it. You could just slant it by just half inch. Half inch is okay for slanting. Just slant it with half inch. Then you connect it to the armhole. When you go to the armhole, let me say your bust is 40 inches. 40 inches divided by 4, you are getting 10 plus 2 inches. 10 plus 2 inches. Alright. So once you are done, you give it, then you maybe say this is your bust, you add your 2 inches. So once you are getting there, you are taking it from the from the extra allowances. The same thing apply to the waistline and to the full length. If your full length is 38 plus the hemline, let's say plus the hemline, so we'll say 38 plus 2 inches for the hemline is going to be what? 40 inches. Yeah, so your that means the full length of the dress is going to be 40 inches. I hope you're understanding what I'm actually drafting out here. It's very, very easy. For your new neckline, you can use 4x4. You can use 4x4. You can use 4x3.5. It's also going to like give you nice fitting for the front side. So let me quickly clean it out and show you the back side. So I'm done drafting it out, and this is going to actually be for the back. For the back, the zip side is not going to be slanted because this is not a fitted dress. This is a free dress that zip is going to be added with the back. That means definitely, okay, let me use the up here. So you can use like 3.5 or 2 inches or 4 inches depending on how you want it to be. You can actually cut out a band that can be tied at the waistline. You can cut it by 4 inches. You can use 4 inches or 2 inches, 4 inches or 2 inches. Yeah, so this is going to be the band. Yeah, you can cut out a band, cut it out straight, that is going to actually be tied at the waistline so that to give it a fitting. But that is not actually. So let's continue what we are doing. So let me say this is still the waist, the shoulder line as was illustrated in the beginning. And yes, it was actually slanted, and yeah, we get the armhole. So now in this back illustration, why it was a little different was because there will be 2 inches. Is either you give 1.5 inches, or you give 2 inches, or you give 2 inches for the zip allowance. This is going to be zip allowance. This is going to be zip allowance. So there's always room, there should always be room for zip allowance. And the zip allowance for this dress is not going to be fitted. Unlike when it was a straight gown or something, it has to be a little slant so that to avoid zip bulge. But this one does not actually need it. So we can now trace out our flay, just like the way you did it in the first line, with the hemline has been added already. So we can now retain our bust line and our waistline. But you need to be aware that this one is because of the fullness is a little free, so there's a little flay. So there's no actually need to put in that. So there's no need to cut out that. That is not necessary. But assuming it was a different type of dress that have to be fitted, there's room for that. But because this is a free gown illustration, there is actually no room for that. And this, after you are done drafting it out, cutting it out, sewing it together, you can now cut out your sleeve. You can cut out your sleeve. Your sleeve should be it depends on the kind of this thing. You can cut out your sleeve if it's, that is going to be based on your preference. But this one is a sleeveless, is a sleeveless gown, so you just have to just sew it up, you understand. But if you actually want to add a sleeve, you can actually add the sleeve, which is based on your preference. And this is going to be the band, so you can add it, you can not tie it and do whatever you want to do with it. I hope this illustration really helped you. If you want to ask question, be in my comment section, I will reply you. And comment the country you're actually watching me from. Thank you for watching my video to the end. Until I see you next time. Bye.